Welcome to this fourth lesson. In this lesson, I wanted to teach you a few things that's important to know as you play using this method. First of all, I want you to know that numbers not only represent notes, like for example, in the key of C, that's the sixth note. That's the 2 note. That's the 5 note. But the numbers also represent chords. So here's a 3 note, but a 3 chord will involve a 3 note and more notes added to the 3 note. Does that make sense? So here's the 6th note right here. But a 6th chord has notes built off of that 6th note. But it can kind of get confusing. You just need to know that when you say a number, it could also represent the note as well as the chord. Okay? And an example of how that works and when that would come up in this type of chording would be when you encounter chords that have a slash in it like this. Let's say like 1/3 is a common chord. Now I have a lesson on slash chords that you'll want to definitely go see, but in a nutshell, the number on the left represents the chord, and the number on the bottom bottom or the right represents the note. You see? So you'd play a 1 chord, which is 1, 3, and 5, and you would play on the bass the 3rd note. Okay? So that's when you would start needing to know what this means. Also, songs, typical worship songs, and not just worship, but songs that are in major keys, usually have chords that are common, that come up frequently. And what I wanted to do is tell you what those are, because you should learn and memorize these chords kind of in order because of the frequency that they'll come up. And if you know that, you'll be able to get to playing songs quicker. So chords in songs. I would say the most common chord that you're going to see is the 1 chord. That's the home chord. Okay? If a song had only 1 chord in it, major song, it would be the 1 chord. The next chord that you would encounter probably would be the 5 chord. And then the one after that would be the 4 chord. And that is why I taught you the 1, 4, and 5 first. And those are all 3 major chords. Probably after these 3, the next chord you're going to encounter is the 6th chord, which is a minor chord. But 1, 5, 4, 6, there's probably tens of thousands of songs that just have those 4 chords in it. Tons of worship songs. I would say, half of them, those are the only chords that you need to know. And then after 6, I would say the 2, which is also a minor chord. You'll see that from time to time. Okay? So if you learn these 5 and memorize these 5, you're probably going to be able to play about 90% of the modern worship songs that are out there. All right, and the third thing that I wanted to tell you about using this system is, up until now, we haven't talked anything else other than the correct notes to play for the chords. That's it. We didn't talk anything about rhythm, which is so important that it's probably more important than the chords. Having good rhythm, timing, those things. We also didn't talk about dynamics, which is one of the most powerful tools we can use in worship. But dynamics is what moves people. We didn't talk anything about voicings yet. We will get to that probably in our next lesson, but that's being able to play the same chord in multiple different ways all throughout the keyboard that makes it sound a little different and even fuller than sometimes just the basic way. But we didn't talk about any of those things, which really is what makes music music. And so don't think just knowing this is going to, allow you to master how to play and it's going to sound great, because it's probably won't do that. You're going to have to learn not only the basic, chords, but you're going to have to start playing with it and play with different rhythms and dynamics to really be able to explore and to make songs kind of come alive. So the next goal for you is to start playing songs. It's all about songs. So I have one song here for you that I want to show you, and you can start with this. And this song is written in this format, which if you go, I have a lesson talking about improved chord charts, and I show you what this means and how you have to count for all this. By the way, this is written in 4/4 time. 4/4 time. But this song here is The Heart of Worship. That's what the song is. And so as you can see, 1-5-2-5, 1-5-2-5, 2, 1/3. There's that slash chord that I was talking about. 5-2-5. Here's another slash chord, a 5 chord with a 7 note in the bass. But just slowly start playing songs like this. And we at our church write out all our chords in this format, in the number format, so that you can play it in any key. But just get used to playing songs and get comfortable, knowing how these chords work and which notes to play before you move on to the next lesson.